Hello and welcome back to Big Fish Little Fish Aquatics. So today it's just going to be a real quick video. What we're going to do is we're going to unbox a Betta Choice canister filter. And I've never used these filters before, so it'd be really interesting to see how they work. But what I'll do today is unbox the canister filter, I'll set it up onto one of my aquariums and give a quick review as to what I think compared to other external filters that I've used. Let's do this. Okay, so we have the box. It's got some little straps on them, so we'll just get those off. Nice packaging. Okay, so looks like the filter canister itself housed there separately, and you can see already. So this filter has a inbuilt UV sterilizing light here. This is the prime pump, and quite easy to open up and lift off. So there's the UV sterilizer. It looks like to actually get a look at the light we're going to need a Phillips screwdriver. So you can see that's the primer pump bit there, and this is the bulb. It's got a little thing here saying open close, so you turn left, open, and then you pull the casing off, and that's the bulb itself if you ever need to replace one. Now when I was speaking to the local fish shop, the Water Garden, which I bought this unit from, apparently these bulbs last about 1 year before you need to replace them. Okay, so next up is the actual filter itself. So the media, it's got a little basket just to hold everything together. So the first bucket looks like possibly carbon. Sounds like it would be. Yes, there's activated carbon inside these little baskets here. So that's your chemical filtration. Removes all the nasties. With water, and it looks just like a bit of mechanical water floss. And that one. That's the second one. It's got a real nice collection of bio rings. That'll be a great place for your beneficial bacteria. And then inside is just some more floss. And then the last section is some bio balls, another biological media, and then some more fine, it's a bit of a coarse sponge to help catch any of the particles in the water. Okay, I'll just give these a quick rinse, and then I'll add them to the canisters. Okay, so we've got the filter media all sorted out, and now we'll just pop the top back on. That goes together real nice. Okay, so I'm looking at all of the pipe work and things like that. So they give you, it looks like this is a bag of inlets and outlets. The actual outlets on the filter, which need to get attached to the main canister, and then the PVC pipe essentially to connect the filter to the outlets which go into the aquarium. Okay, so in the outlet and inlet pot, so this is the outlet, and it's quite a large outlet. I'm trying to get it in the camera. Quite a large outlet, and it looks like it's got inlet, sorry. There you go, so you could attach the guard onto the bottom there. This is pretty big for my aquarium, so I'm going to have to cut this pipe down actually. If I show you, you can see here the inlet would be much too big, so I'm going to have to cut this pipe down for my aquariums. And this is the outlet connector, and you've got a few options here, should I say. So you have just a standard nozzle which can be turned and directed in the angle that you want it to go in, and you've also got a spray bar. So if you take that off, that goes on here, and I think this needs to be cut down to size again, depending on how big your aquarium is. So if you have a really long aquarium, you could have a spray bar which essentially goes, you take that cap off here, essentially you can go the full length of your aquarium. We could have it just going straight down. So I've now cut the inlet and outlet pipes down to size. An interesting feature which may be of use to some is there is an option to use a skimmer. It's not a protein skimmer like you'd get in a saltwater aquarium, but it's a skimmer to get the oil or the film which collects at the surface of the water, and you can use this little gadget here. So that goes on there like that, and that goes on here, and then that should essentially be the top of the water, and it's weightless, so the water should give it buoyancy, and it essentially should skim the water through these bits here and take out any of the oil. I'm going to keep the part in case I want to use it, but I think for now I'm comfortable not having a skimmer, so they give you this little cap to put on it. And you just shove that in there, like so. Okay, so I've just been unravelling the PVC pipe. A fair warning, at least for this model, which is a 1620 litre per hour outlet pump. It's up to 360 litre aquariums, so it may just have a slightly stronger pipe because of it, but it's a really strong pipe, piece of PVC pipe, and you're going to need to just unflex it for a while. Otherwise, if you're in a situation like me where you've got a very small gap between the back of the tank and the wall, and then you can only really access from below, it's going to be quite tricky to connect. But essentially what you need to do with these is, this is the outlet pipe. Doesn't matter which ones you use for which one, but essentially you can see on here it's got a little nub, and you've got to squeeze the pipe on, and you'll see it kind of goes round, and then you screw this bit here which tightens around it. So that's that bit. So you connect it to there, and then you fit this to the aquarium. You can see here, because the pipe is so tight, you can't really force it in. So what you're going to have to do is now go below and connect up and cut the pipe down to a much more manageable length. Now before we do that, we're just going to have to pop on the housing, and I must admit this is not as user friendly as other canister filters I've used, like Fluval, where it just pops on. You have to push down, and it's not clear whether it's fully in or not, and then you turn this latch and that should clip on to the housing unit. So if I just take that off quickly, essentially this part here has got a little catch, and it catches onto these little bits of plastic there, and these seals are essentially what stops the water coming back out. I must say I much prefer connecting my fluval canister filter together and this one. So this is the outlet pump, and you can see here it's got way more than I need here, so I'm going to cut it down to about this far. And similar to the when you attached it to the top, just connect it to the filter housing same way and tighten. Now they provide you with these little suction cups just to connect everything to the tank. And just a quick point, if you want to turn the UV light on and off, there's a little cap here which comes off, and you just turn it on and the little light comes on here to say it's on, or turn it off. Okay, so the filter's set up. The next step is to fill the aquarium with water and to prime the filter so that it runs. I've actually already got one of these canisters set up on this aquarium, and it's running now, and I've pre-recorded at the water garden a very quick and easy way to actually prime these canister filters. So I'll leave a link up in the top corner, whichever one it is, if you would like to go and watch that to see how you can quickly prime the canister filter. My only gripe with this filter is these pipes. I think they're much too tough to be able to bend, and they get too restricted, so that when you're trying to fit the outlets into the aquarium, they can be a bit of a pain. Obviously you get there in the end, so maybe the thickness of the pipe is a good thing, but I much prefer the way my fluval filter connection pipes work, where they're much more user friendly and you can move them a lot easier than these are. But other than that, I think the filter looks great. It's got loads of media, lots of cool little features such as the UV bulb and things like that. And it's got lots of options for how you want to have your outlets. You can have your spray bar, or you can have just a jet stream. I'm going for jet stream because I want power in the aquarium, whereas if you want to have fish such as, I don't know, the long flowing fins like Siamese fighting fish or gourami or something like that, you're going to want the trickle, so it's not causing an absolute terror to your aquarium. Especially fish like discus, for example, they much prefer slower moving water than fast moving water. The fish I keep, fast moving water, so that's why I'm going for the full jet. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.